Chad Wilson, All Eyes DB Camp. Getting jammed up by a wide receiver on a run play is one of the worst things that can happen to you as a corner. Now you're not able to help your defense on a very important run play. So today we're going to talk about 3 ways to get off of blocks so that you don't end up like this. Now on a run play, this is definitely not the place that you want to be. So let's talk about the ways you can avoid getting jacked up by a receiver on a run play and be able to make a tackle on a running back. All right, the first way we're going to talk about getting off of a wide receiver's block involves the arm over, okay? The arm over. So the receiver comes, engages you, gets inside of your pads. First thing you need to do is lock his elbow. Locking his elbow locks his hips, so you're able to get outside of him. After you've locked the elbow with the opposite arm, you come across and you step through as fast as you can. That locks his hips, that locks his elbow, and allows you to go around. Because what the receiver is going to do if you don't lock the elbow is he's going to keep sliding with you and push you out of the play. So bringing it back by locking the elbow, you lock this hip, and now even if he tries to stay on with you, this is going to be called holding. This getting him here. So you lock him right here, step around him as fast as possible, get skinny, and then you set up to go find that running back and make the tackle. All right, the second way we can get off a block is the arm under, or the rip move. So again, receiver engages you right here. He's trying to push you out of the play. Again, we've got to lock this elbow to lock that hip, but instead of going with our arm over, which sometimes can raise your hips up, we'll drop our body, we'll drop our hips, we'll drop our weight after we've locked and sweep under here. It's the same thing. You got his arms now outside of his body, and if he continues with that move, it's probably going to be called holding on him. But at the same time, you rip under here, step behind him, get through, and get ready to make your tackle, okay? Let's take a look at it one more time. Receiver comes up, engages you, lock the hip, rip, get through, and get ready to make a tackle. Okay, and our third and final way is called the club, all right? So, receiver comes up, engages you again, try and hold him here, and now you're gonna take this arm, it's like the arm over, only now you're not trying to sweep by him, you're driving that hand down, or you're either driving your fist down onto his forearm, or you're driving your elbow down onto his forearm, and then you're trying to step through. However, you may not always get his hands off of you, especially if he has a good hold of your cloth. You're gonna hit here, he's gonna probably move with you, and you might not win exactly on that play. However, if you're hitting him time over time on those forearms, he's just not gonna want that, all right? So this is something that might work, sometimes might not, but over the course of a game and time, he's just not gonna wanna continue to take that beating down on his forearm. However, if we do get the hands off, beat it down, and again, step around skinny, get set up, and get ready to make a tackle. All right, so there you have it. 3 ways to get off of a wide receiver's block, and you don't get jammed up by those guys because you know they'll get kind of chirpy. Anyway, all 3 of those moves involve being violent. Now, I showed you them in slow motion, but in real time, fast motion in a game, they all must be very violent moves. That arm over's got to be strong. The duck under and the rip has to be real strong. And definitely when you're clubbing down on those hands, that guy's not your friend, okay? Bring it down hard, be violent with all of those, step skinny by, and make the tackle. The other part I want you to remember is this. When the receiver comes out to you, you have to make a decision quickly on how you're gonna get rid of him and which side you're gonna go on. It can't be one of these things where you stay engaged with him for a while, trying to figure out where the running back's gonna go before you decide to rip by. The sooner you can get rid of that receiver, get around and determine where you're gonna be, the better off you are, because the running back's only gonna go in the opposite direction of where you end up. The sooner you can get by that receiver and the further the running back is back in the backfield, the better off you're gonna be using all 3 of those moves. All right, I know you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, first, you need to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you're notified the next time I put out a DB training video. Number 2 is like the video. Number 3, share the video. Spread the love on this one. Well, I don't have any heat per se on my feet today, but I do have on some red shoes, all right? These are these Nikes. You gotta love them, gotta have some good shoes on your feet. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and always remember, All Eyes DB Camp. Consistency breeds results.